Imagine walking along a structure so long it could stretch across an entire country. Now imagine that this construction was made over 2,000 years ago by human hands, brick by brick, stone by stone. Today, we're going to explore one of the greatest feats in human history, the Great Wall of China. Get ready to discover ancient legends, epic battles, and find out what really motivated the building of this millennia-old wonder. By the end, you'll never look at the wall the same way again. The story of the Great Wall begins in the 3rd century BC, during the Warring States period, when China was still divided into several independent kingdoms constantly at war. To protect themselves from invasions by nomadic tribes from the north, like the Xiongnu, these kingdoms started building defensive walls. But it was with the first emperor of a unified China, Qin Shi Huang of the Qin dynasty, that these walls began to become something grand. He ordered various sections to be connected, forming a continuous line of defense along northern China. This was the birth of what would be called the Great Wall. However, the cost of this construction was enormous. It's estimated that hundreds of thousands of workers, including peasants, soldiers, and prisoners, died during the project. Historical records even call the wall the largest cemetery in the world. Many people believe the wall is a single continuous structure, but in reality, it is made up of many sections, built during different periods, and by various dynasties such as the Han, the Sui, and especially the Ming dynasty. The Ming dynasty gave the wall its most famous appearance. They reinforced it with stones and bricks, added watchtowers, forts, and gates. The wall became an almost impenetrable fortress stretching over 21,000 kilometers, crossing deserts, mountains, and valleys. Over the centuries, countless legends have sprung up around the wall. One of the most famous is the story of Meng Jiangnu, a woman whose husband was forced to work on the wall and died from exhaustion. When she went to the wall to bring him winter clothes, she learned of his death. Overwhelmed with grief, she cried so much at the foot of the wall that a section of it collapsed, revealing her husband's bones. This legend is more than just a sad story. It represents the suffering of the Chinese people and the power of love and courage in the face of oppression. Despite its grandeur, the wall was not infallible. Invaders such as the Mongols, led by Genghis Khan, managed to cross the wall in the 13th century. Centuries later, the Manchus also breached the defenses and took control of China, founding the Qing dynasty. This shows that, no matter how imposing, no physical barrier can completely stop human determination. Nevertheless, the wall has always been a symbol of resistance, strategy, and the spirit of survival. Over the centuries, parts of the wall were abandoned, suffered erosion, and even had their stones taken by local communities. But starting in the 20th century, restoration efforts began, especially in sections near Beijing like Badaling, which now attract millions of tourists every year. In 1987, the Great Wall of China was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and in 2007, it was chosen as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Some incredible facts about the wall. Contrary to popular myth, it is not visible from the moon with the naked eye. Astronauts have confirmed this. To walk its entire length, covering about 30 kilometers a day, would take more than 18 months. And to increase its strength, some parts were built using sticky rice mortar mixed into the cement. The Great Wall of China is not just a stone construction. It reflects perseverance, fear, strength, and the sacrifice of a people who spanned millennia. It reminds us that the greatest human achievements are made not just with tools, but with will and purpose. Now that you know a bit more about this human marvel, how about continuing this journey with us? If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next historical journeys we've prepared for you. See you in the next video. Until then.